You're posting every day, tracking metrics, and refining keywords. It's a frantic, exhausting cycle of shouting into the noise just to maintain a sliver of digital visibility. Then the drop-off happens. A potential client asks an AI to name the top expert in your niche. The model lists 3 names. None of them are yours. Most people assume the system did a real-time scan, evaluated the latest SEO rankings, and simply found a better candidate. But the system didn't search the web. It didn't look at your recent publications or your social footprint, because its default state is not discovery. The very strategies used to dominate a search engine make you practically invisible to an artificial intelligence. It operates on a timeline of memory that search engines simply don't use. To understand how these models remember, we have to look at the ancient Greek understanding of memory. It was the substrate of their civilization, the foundation for the history, poetry, and laws they needed to preserve against loss. They called this principle Mnemosyne. She was a titan, a deity older than the Olympian gods, representing the requirement of a permanent record. Even Zeus, the king of the gods, could not produce creative work that survived without the cooperation of memory. Sovereign power alone could not ensure a legacy. From their union came the 9 Muses, the divine sources of history, science, and art. These were the tangible outputs of human intellectual production. This relationship had a strict operational rule. The Muses cannot produce anything that memory does not already hold. Without an underlying record that is organized and preserved, content volume and raw inspiration produce nothing that survives. This structural relationship between memory and output mirrors the mechanics of modern AI. The model's training dataset, the corpus, functions as the fixed record, while its generated answers are the resulting output. Traditional search engines scan the live web at the exact moment of your query, but AI operates on a severed timeline. A heavy training cutoff drops down in the past, restricting the model to a closed box compiled long before your query was typed. If your expertise and credentials were not properly structured and locked inside that box before it was sealed, no future query will ever be able to find you. Building authority in this environment requires a shift toward record construction. The goal is to establish a machine-readable authority footprint that can survive the ingestion process. AI training processes ignore the vast majority of digital noise. Viral social posts, loose PDF documents, and unstructured websites are routinely discarded during the assembly of a corpus. This funnel illustrates the validation requirements of an AI corpus. It scans for verifiable signals, structured entity records, cross-reference databases, and cryptographically anchored credentials. If your data is not formatted as an interlocking, machine-readable structure, it will be filtered out long before a model is ever trained on your existence. The next generation of models is being indexed today. The sources that will determine future authorities are being evaluated right now. You can deliberately construct your data to enter that permanent record, or you can allow your work to disappear into the noise of the live web. A large language model cannot suggest what it was never given to hold. The opportunity to enter the next training cycle